Now what you have is only programmed traders. These people, if you don't write a program and you don't have it set to kick in at different intervals, you can't trade it. I have not figured it out. Consequently, I've gone into the cattle pit. Now, there's only one reason for that. The computer programs are set the other way, and the markets don't react normally. I made money for 18 years in a row, and then I lost money for 3 years in a row because the computer was trading. Now, did the markets change dramatically? No. The market still moves up and down, but the computer makes it impossible for a trader to trade.
Wow. Hopefully that audio came out at your end. And what you have just heard are two excerpts from the wonderful production entitled Floored, which was recently produced and chronicles the evolution of the trading industry from the pits to off the floor, and certainly discusses the advent of additional increases in technology. It's a very fine production. The people associated with that effort should be commended. Having said that, those two perspectives that you just heard reflect the biggest bunch of BS that I have ever heard and continue to hear in this industry. And it's got my dander up a little bit. Many of you recall that in the mid-2000s, we were hearing this. And I was personally told that what I was doing couldn't be done anymore, certainly. And I took that as a bit of a challenge. And so late 2007, I threw it out there. I said, I'm going to make $1 million this year using this. No computers, no algorithms, just this. I was laughed at, scoffed at. People who have traded many more years than I have said, couldn't be done. I said, you're wrong. Threw $1 million target out there. Never made $1 million up until that year. And most of you by now probably know the end of the story. And I specifically addressed this whole issue in the final post of 2008, the Night to Dance post, which remains one of the most read blog pieces in the industry. And you can reference that. There's a link to the old blog. It's December 30th or 31st, somewhere around there, 2008. And I mentioned it right in there that I was scoffed at, and I was told it couldn't be done. Well, by September of that year, I had blown through the million, and at the end of the year, it was up over 1.6 million with this. Performance continued into 2009 and continues to this day. Now, have there been times when my performance has suffered? Have there been times when I've gotten hit? Have there been times when I've not been able to quickly adapt to changes in market technology and market rhythms? Absolutely. And every trader will tell you that that's part of the business. But to point your finger and blame anyone other than yourself, blame technology, blame computers, is inappropriate, wrong, and lame. And I'm tired of it. I have spent the better part of the last decade proving that concept wrong, dead wrong. Is it true that the futures business is one where the vast majority of people fail? Absolutely. Is it a vast transfer of wealth from the tiny minority who consistently win to the large majority who come and go and consistently lose? Yes. But it can be done for those people that fight and persevere and use this. It is such a lame argument, and I'm tired of it. It's an excuse, pure and simple. I find it interesting that recently Watson challenged two human Jeopardy champions, the IBM supercomputer. It was on a few weeks ago. And he whipped both of them in terms of performance. Now, I believe that's in part because they all knew the answers, but Watson was able to click in a little bit more quickly because of technologies and nanoseconds, and the minute Alex stopped talking, he could get that button pushed. They probably all knew the answer. But now we're hearing that computers are taking over and people can't compete with computers. So it's happening all over again. I will lay this challenge out to anybody who has a black box or an algorithm that trades the S&Ps. Put that black box right next to me, and we'll have a trade-off. I challenge anyone to do that. And I guarantee you that that computer will not leave me in the dust. I'll leave that challenge out for the industry. The fact and notion that people continue to point their fingers out at anyone other than themselves when performance suffers is wrong, is lame, and you might as well just go bag groceries at the Stop and Shop. That's how I feel. I have convictions in it. I've spent a good part of my life proving that concept wrong. I'm going to continue to do it. We've just released episode number 3 of Trading After Dark to continue the mission of transparency and hope for people that really want to do this, that are serious about doing it, that want a serious education and a serious foundation. Okay, that's what my mission has been about for the past 10, 12 years. And it will continue to be that way, and it will continue to evolve with the Trading After Dark effort. Okay. I challenge anybody out there. We'll do a trade-off. Let me know how it goes. Comments welcome, as always. Have a great week. One more week with a Jelly Trader training class, and we'll be back to more Trading After Dark episodes likely after that. Please think about what I've said. Thank you.